true, because let's be honest, ladies, we do not make it that obvious. I mean, obvious to a man would be literally saying the words, I like you, can you take my number, or can I have your number? But I know, ladies, you're not gonna do that because you're too afraid of rejection. I get it. But at the very least, you could work on being a bit more obvious, because how many times do we see a woman actually avoid eye contact, look down to the man that she's interested in? And then she'll be all talkative and making full on eye contact the entire time with a man that she's not interested with. How many times do we hear women say, just because I give you a compliment doesn't mean that I want you? Or just because I'm nice to you doesn't mean that I want you, and if you think that I want you because I'm being nice to you, you're a creep. This is why men just can't win, and they usually don't guess right, and they've gone through that experience. So they kind of wait for it to be extremely obvious. They're waiting for women to actually say the words that they're interested in them. The other huge part of this for good men is that even if it's not a woman that would call them a creep or be mean to them, they still don't want to inadvertently make a good woman, a nice woman that is just being genuine, he doesn't want to make her uncomfortable. That is absolutely the very last thing that that man wants to do to a good woman.
Absolutely spot on. This is a topic I really am looking forward to talking about. Yes, the girl that asked the question, that is correct. A man has no idea that you're flirting. I'm not saying that all men know that, but the majority of men, I would say, don't. Partly because some men don't think that acting upon it is appropriate, because it might be not what she's intended, and then he will come across as a bit of a weirdo. Two, another section of men might be too afraid to make that plunge, either because they're afraid of rejection or because they might not be attracted to them, so they're trying to play it down. And then another part of men will respond to that, knowing full well what she's giving, like she's flirting, and he'll reciprocate that and do the same thing. Or you'll get another small section of men, which fits into my category, where you can do anything you like and I still won't get the message unless you actually physically come up to me and say to me that you're interested, or you make it absolutely obvious. Then yeah, I'll be interested. Not because I'm stupid, not because I don't like you, not because of anything else other than even rejection. I'm not bothered about rejection. I have been in so many, and I'm so many other guys have as well, so many situations where you think she's flirting. You see the hair flipping, you see the eyelids flutter, you see showing a bit of thigh, they might even undo a button on their top. They might be adjusting their tights and they'll stop right in front of you. They might drop something and bend over to pick it up. All subtle, silly signs that women do. And I've been in a situation so many times where I'm thinking that is clearly a flirt, right? I've gone up to them and that's not been the case. So over time, I put it down to a girl or a woman being a girl or a woman. They do it because they're a woman. They just do it. So over time, I have kind of lost touch with what actual subtle signs of flirting is. I don't have a clue, other than you actually coming to square up to my face and telling me point blank, or doing something that's clearly obvious what you're trying to tell me. Because any other action that you do, I won't take it as flirting, because you could just be being you. So at the end of the day, to a lot of guys, either it's because of fear, because of rejection, some are into it so they'll reciprocate it, and some avoid it because they're not 100% sure what signal you're putting across, and like Emily said, they respond to that, they're a creep. And the worst thing I want to do is walk up to a girl that I think's flirting, that I really like, and then I get rejected, not because I can't handle rejection, but because you go up to a girl that you think's flirting with you and you get called a creep. That's hurtful. That's really, really hurtful. That cuts deeper than you realise to some men, especially if they're sincere and genuine. If they're not, then they deserve it. Call them a creep because they deserve it. But if they're sincere and genuine, you call them a creep. That really hurts. It cuts deep, like really deep. So men try to avoid that situation because they don't want to feel that hurt by it. So really, girls, to guys out there in the world, if you like the guy, don't be afraid to tell him. Why does he have to be the one to ask you out? If you like a guy, tell him. You might be robbing yourself of your favourite guy. If you like him, tell him. You know, guys have been rejected tens of thousand times over the decades. Going up to girls on the dance floor, going up to girls in groups, even a group of girls, being out there, a guy goes up and he gets rejected, and he's got to turn around and walk away like a soldier and take it on the chin. He's being rejected. The girls might even be laughing at him, mocking him, and all sorts, but he still turns away. Oh, as if I'd go with him. Oh. But he's still got to put up with it. So, guys have done it. Now it's your turn. You like a guy, tell him. Now, if you don't want to tell him, maybe it's not unheard of to write a note. Because a guy won't think less of you if you write a note, or you get one of your female friends to tell him that one of your friends likes him or whatever. Guys don't really see that as a bad thing. I know it sounds a bit childish as such. If a guy did it, yeah, he's a bit childish. He's a bit he's a wiener. He's a wuss. But when a girl does it, it's different because girls are like that in the first place. So yeah, make a direction. You like a guy, tell him. Don't keep it a secret.